And then I've done that before and then gone on to the next show. And I'm like standing there and I'm talking, I'm like, what is happening here? And I look down and I have 2 different earrings. So proud of myself. Okay, and the reason I mention that is because the earrings that I'm wearing are the ones that we're presenting right now. Talk about your classics, right? It has this beautiful swirling ribbed look. It's an omega back, and that's important to a lot of us. I'll explain why. But we've got all 3 colors for now, which is really, really great. I mean, this is the, you know what? These are the ones, I remember my mom owned a pair of earrings very similar to these in gold. And I'm sure back in the day when she picked those up, although at the time it may have seemed like a big purchase, cut to 2014 and the prices that we're seeing in gold, and you go, yeah, I'd love to have that in all gold, Jen, but Christmas is coming, or if you're me, I got a kid to put in college in a couple of years. So $39.98 is a whole lot better to me and is closer to the kind of price that I can maybe indulge in more than one color, which I recommend when it makes sense, right? When it's something that is a classic, and on any given day, maybe you want to wear the white, which looks like you're wearing solid silver, swirling ribbed omega back earrings. And then, or maybe you already are a gold gal, like you stay true to that yellow gold. I encourage you, invite you to choose the yellow choice and hold it next to your gold. If it's true 14 karat yellow gold, it will rival it, and we hear that often. Then we have the rose, and of course, as many of us have been with Bronzo Italia from the gate, from the outset, you've picked up that rose, you've fallen in love with it, and you just look to build your collection. You can do so at less than $40. You're now saving $20 off of the QVC price. Let me grab one out of my tray so I can give you the full 360 tour. I will grab for you the yellow because I'm wearing the white. Now, as I said, important to a lot of us, the omega back. We don't see it very often. There's a reason for that. Even though we get requests for it often, it's an expensive process. A, you're using a lot more metal for the omega back. If you imagine just a post and clutch, it's a lot less than the omega back. And because there's a lot of effort involved in the molding and the assembling and the design, but it's worth it because of this, because it becomes very secure, first of all, and also because when you snap that into place, it acts as a lift to the earring to hold it closer to your piercing, which means it covers the piercing, which is important for a lot of us. Myself, over the past few years, the piercing and gravity are not getting along. And so any earrings that can kind of lift that up a little bit and cover it up is great. But you'll notice that this is a domed, not solid half circle. It's a domed piece. But while that's solid, because it's domed out, it's light. And let me pull out the other, if you want to stay there. I'll show you both of them and show you that this is a left-right design. So as I'm holding it, you could wear it that way. I like to switch it up and have the curves kind of framing or moving in toward your face, just kind of creating a very nice symmetry right there. But I call that out too because that itself is also an additional expense when we talk about design. So all that being said, look at your screen. That beautiful pair of earrings is less than $40. And it truly is the look of gold. I feel like I hammer that home maybe a little more than I should, but I want to make sure people who are tuning out and tuning in get it. Because that's the color of that metal through and through, and it just looks exquisite on you, Angela. And isn't it funny, because it's a very simple, classic design, but there's a reason we keep going back to the classics. Because they make sense regardless of what you're wearing, regardless of the time of day, regardless of the time of year. And because of that, that $40 price becomes even more of a great value. J292215 is what you're dialing in for if you want to take advantage of that great clearance price that you're seeing for the first time. All right.